I found that article you wanted. What's a Christmas drop?
I have no idea.
There's a congressional aide flying in. We're in their crosshairs, and I need you to get us out of it.
So, Air Force Base or Claus's Little Village?
I can explain.
Good.
We deliver medicine, food, toys, and gifts to almost 30,000.
I'm going to show you the 5 easy steps to how to, so that as soon as this video is finished, you're going to learn how to grow your the default to the dark. So I know a lot of YouTubers are into the dark stuff, like YouTube to stream to.
In this video, I'm going to show you how to use OBS Studio to live stream to YouTube, helping you video your computer, whether you're on Windows, Mac, or a look, some fields you can have inside of your live. So this is OBS Studio. So the areas in here are, this main window here is what's called the canvas, which we'll come to in a minute. On here, which are the different looks and feels you can have inside of your live stream. Now inside of each scene there are a number of sources, so that's whether it is your desktop, whether it's videos, graphics, audio, etc. These all make up your scene, so you can layer these on top of each other to create complex scenes. Next here we have the audio mixer, which you can see my audio is going up and down right here. Positions, and then we have our controls. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to switch it into, so this is our canvas that's going to see before it goes live onto the live stream. At the bottom of this particular video, so I can see what this looks like before it goes live in this canvas here. And I can these up today, but I will be showing you how to do these in a later video. For now, what we're going to do is we're going to go through the settings on here. So under stream, here we have a number of settings like
1, 2, 3,
channel per minute.
Can you hear me?
Chris? Wait. Sorry, I'm at the training. I just ran out at the time.
And Harold, I've made you a co-organizer. You should have the capability to mute and unmute anyone for questions.
No, I'm with him now. We're having a conversation.
Right, okay. That's what I meant. Okay. So there's a guy on the now called Gerald, right?
Okay.
He's the guy you're going to call up for a live question.
Okay. Only him. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
All right, boss. Yeah, thanks.
All right. Advantage of this opportunity afterwards. So without wasting further time, Chris, I hand over to you.
Appreciate the introduction. Welcome. And I'm the Vice President of Inventory Optimization for RSI, Right Sized Inventory. And a big welcome to all of Africa, North Africa, South Africa, East and West Africa, because I understand we have people on Kenya, South Africa, Egypt, Mauritius, and even Pakistan as well. So a big welcome to everyone, if I left anyone out there. And thank you for carving a few minutes out of what I am sure is a very busy schedule this time of the year for you to take a look at our cutting edge technology. And today I'm going to share with you why it would be advantageous for an organization to leverage an inventory optimization tool to free up the working capital that's usually associated with carrying large volumes of inventory and to tame the chaos within supply chain. If everyone could please go on mute, it would be great. We do tend to find that about 90% of everyone's questions are usually addressed by the end of the presentation. I usually ask people to grab a piece of paper, pen or pencil, or a tablet, jot down at the end. We'll open it up for a Q&A session, as Harold mentioned. So take a look at my screen. Here is the overview. So first thing that we'll do is we'll take a look at existing systems and processes. What is right-sized inventory, and where do we fit into our client's existing system? And then we'll drop down into patented predictive analytics and share with you what it is that makes us exclusive and unique in the market, and what it is that our clients appreciate and gain value out of using our technology. And then we'll take a look at refining the model and share with you how our clients can actually gain intelligence from the model, setting goals, their corporate initiatives, their S&OP intelligence, and actually syncing it up with our patented technology. And then finally, with target inventory, optimize the replenishment values. essentially telling your team exactly how much of the right and exactly when to reorder to achieve inventory optimization. Hop onto our platform with live data and run some live simulations and take a look at the user interface and features and benefits. So let's just jump right in. So we are a cloud-based solution. We are really designed to have very little to no impact on existing systems and processes. We're not really here to location, say within a warehouse, a DC, or on the floor, because most companies already have that capability, so it's not really a challenge. The challenge is that most organizations for inventory optimization. And so our goal is to complement, finely tune, enhance existing systems, and just add that missing capability of advanced inventory analytics. And so it's to really operate this better analytics and more optimal inventory. Planners, buyers, supply chain teams, they now know exactly how much to carry in each location. They now know exactly how much to reorder, and they now know exactly when to reorder to achieve inventory optimization. And clients tell us that we allow them to significantly improve their supply chain up to changes to their existing systems and processes, hanging fruit specialists. But let me back up a little bit and ask the question, why is it that most companies are missing these types of advanced analytics? Well, the biggest reason is because ERP systems simply just don't have that functionality. And this is evidenced by most organizations having the correct inventory dollars, but not always the right SKU mix. And so when ERP systems go to set inventory targets, they will utilize a very deterministic formula, and those statistical formulations can, in effect, place an average across all items. And with those blanketed averages, organizations can see surplus and excess. They can see shortages and stockouts. And so a lot of companies are really just kind of getting by with some sort of homegrown systems. Usually it is spreadsheet based or some other form of a workaround outside of their ordering system. And they know that be achieved, but they don't know the exact next steps on how to get there. And as a result, well, there's two major high risk supply chain challenges, and that is almost all organizations have some pockets of excess, slow-moving, or even obsolete inventory that accumulates over time. And nearly all organizations have some shortages or stockouts throughout the year. And so RSI is designed by two very costly issues. Now, we know that almost sounds a little too good to be true, and that's the reason why we have several patents around the technology, because we've been awarded that. And there's two aspects to the patent that leverage two proven methodologies that are utilized in advanced inventory analytics. And so here you'll see quite a few things that are exclusive and unique only to us, no one else. We do retain all the intellectual property, all the patents, and the most advanced, most accurate, most comprehensive planning and procurement tool on the market today. So the first thing that we do is we build, we model, we run, and then we simulate the individual inventory item level coming from a location. And then we're going to conduct a big data, deep dive analysis to identify different demand distributions based upon that inventory item's individual demand pattern. And in this short video coming up, you're just going to see that auto selection or that auto fitting of one of 6 different variation. And so since ERPs, MRPs, and reordering systems utilize a formula, a calculation, or an algorithm, by definition, they're only using one of these profiles. And so that's the first piece of the patent. This can also be viewed as the ABC stratification or your ABC classifications or stratifications or designations within your inventory settings. And so that's the first piece. The second piece is what's called Monte Carlo analysis. And Monte Carlo is very widely accepted in many different scientific applications throughout the world. And RSI just retains the exclusive patent to leverage Monte Carlo analysis in support of advanced inventory optimization. And so what I'll do here is I'll give you quite a few different ways to look at Monte Carlo and how our existing clients frame it as a lean or as an optimal supply chain strategy. And this next series of slides is based upon an article. It was in the Wall Street Journal. It was in U.S. News and World Report. If you provide your email address, we can send it to you by the end of business today. And so we've all seen this. What meteorologists will do is they'll apply inputs into Carlo does is it takes that same analysis, it varies all the inputs, and then reruns the analysis. And so this is what Monte Carlo, and when you do that, this is referencing a hurricane off our East Coast about 8 years ago called Hurricane Sandy. And you can see that some of the simulations have Sandy going up here to the North Atlantic. Some appear to be hitting what could be the DC area. But the point is there's all these potential paths that converge on the result that is most probable. So in that Hurricane Sandy would ultimately hit in the New York, New Jersey area. And the article just kind of goes on to highlight how predictive analytics and Monte Carlo was just such a great scientific tool for meteorologists to be able to predict a storm's path. So what does that do for us in supply chain? I'll stay here for a couple of minutes. So how does predictive analytics and Monte Carlo lead us to inventory optimization? So again, first thing that we do is we build, we model, we run, and then we simulate our client's entire supply chain at the individual inventory item level coming from a location. And in this model, we're simulating inventory going out in sales and shipments, and we're simulating inventory coming in POs and receipts. And our supply chain simulations and each one of those 2,000 days of future supply chain simulations will be based upon your inventory's real world behavior. And each time we rerun a simulation, we're going to vary anything that can be varied. So we're going to vary all the demand. We're going to vary the lead times in between replenishments from the time you signal replenishments until the time you actually get it in, between when did I say I needed it versus when did I actually receive it in. And we're also going to vary the volume time. So what predictive analytics and Monte Carlo does is it automatically then converges on the most probable result based upon your inventory's behavior and your desired projected target service levels or fill rates. Now, these days, software can be designed and engineered to ensure an outcome with certainty for any type of variable environment without the need to be repressed. What RSI is doing is we're leveraging predictive analytics and Monte Carlo analysis to create your supply chain model that simulates your inventory's reality in the future. And it has been proven to very accurately make predictions as to what inventory levels might look like, say, 6 months down the road, or say by this time next year. And the main reason that we model and then simulate the entire supply chain at the individual inventory item level is that just allows us to quantify and account for any type of randomness, any type of intermittency, or any type of variance. And that's simply because the RSI model thoroughly investigates that minimum of 2,000 days of future supply chain simulations, and for each individual inventory item level coming from a location, and it actually takes less than 2 seconds to do so. Super fast, high processing speeds. Now, here's the key component. Cleanest possible inventory level at your desired target service levels, and there will be no shortages in stockouts. There will be no surplus in excess, and there will be no expedites. So, in effect, what we're doing with these 2,000 simulations is we're accurately the equivalent of 6.5 years into the future. And these simulations can even quantify for long and variable lead times that might be associated with port congestion, as an example. So we are rearward-looking profile to identify how does this inventory item behave, which most solutions in the market have. And we're forward-looking 6.5 years into the future with Monte Carlo analysis and predictive analytics to achieve a desired target service level. So the results that we provide, they are very granular and they are extremely accurate. And one last way to look at it would be as if there is even a possibility of a high-risk supply chain scenario that might occur, then the RSI model has already investigated and thoroughly tested that occurrence so our clients can predict with confidence and with an extremely high level of accuracy that they are carrying the optimal amount of inventory at all times. This here is just what's standard in stock in the industry or in fluctuating long and variable lead times versus a real world independent inventory behavior simulation, a probabilistic model, at least 2,000 days of future supply chain simulations. It ensures that your regular runners and your intermittent items are optimized at all times. So that's how we predict optimal inventory positions. Now we'll take a look at refining the model, and we'll share with you how our clients are actually gaining intelligence from the model, because here one has the capability to assess variable what if supply chain planning scenario they wish. And our clients tell us that this feature here really helps them to sort of take that next step in their own continuous improvement efforts, because here they can take strategic supply chain goals, they can take initiatives, they can take port congestion and terminal information and actually sync it up with our patented technology. Let me show you what I mean. For example, one can play around with a what-if supply chain planning scenario, such as, hey, what if we reduce the lead times from these suppliers over here? What effect will that play on inventory positions, say, next month? How much working capital will be freed up if we build or ship these items, say, twice a week versus twice a month? Or what if we negotiate and reduce our MOQs from our top 10 suppliers? What effect will that play on inventory position, say, next quarter? Or what if there's a strike at port and my inventory is being held up on the docks with longer and more variable lead times? Or what if I'm in a landlocked city with my lead times varying due to slow road transportation? Or what if my forecast projections are skewed due to port terminal congestion? And this is just a handful out of thousands of what-ifs clients can leverage in order for them to help hit their goals. And we do teach, we coach, we train on all of this until clients are 100% comfortable with RSI's features. And that's simply because we do provide lifetime ongoing customer service, which does include a monthly and 24-hour customer service, and really just the coaching and planning of supply chain teams in the context of your own supply chain strategies and goals. This here is just supply chain 101. What if we run at a 99% target service level or fill rate versus a 95%? As you all know, it's not just a 5% bump across the board. It is exponential in growth. And so that's how we gain intelligence. So now we've run the model. We've gained intelligence from the model. Now RSI has optimized the replenishment values. Again, telling your team exactly how much of the right SKU mix to reorder and exactly when to achieve inventory optimization. And we're very flexible as to how we support the replenishment process. We literally support them all. So if you're running an MRP or safety stock position, we can support reorder points, card, and multi-card. Speaking of just a few that are currently benefiting from RSI, I actually have an updated slide on that. But the purpose of this is just to display that some of these industries are very dynamic. Some of them are very complex. Some of them are low volume, high mix. Some of them are high volume, high mix. And some of them are very manipulated. So RSI just displaying comforts in any industry that carries and holds any amount of inventory. And we can do it for any ERP, MRP, or reordering system. These here are just a few key clients that have granted us special permission to disclose some of their financial results in regards to the RSI, defined as having multiple licenses within the RSI cloud or many items on the RSI cloud. Most recognizable to everyone here for the Africa markets, since we're making new inroads here, is probably AB InBev is probably most recognizable to everyone on the call. Now, they started off with a very small 10 inventory item free trial, which led us to a full license and a $5 million starting inventory position on 703 SKUs. And that was a single location in Brazil. And they realized a $1.5 million capital reduction down to $3.5 million for a 24% improvement in inventory positions while improving their service levels at the exact same time. Now, that result led us to expand the license to 15 locations, 2,656 SKUs, a $20.1 million starting inventory position down to a $10.5 million for a 47.7% reduction on their inventory positions and improving service levels at the exact same time. This ended up being a 609% return on their investment. This here are the minimum input parameters that we need in order to build an effective supply chain model that actually reflects clients' inventory's real-world behavior. We have never not been able to build an effective supply chain model. It's just that some clients don't always know where this information is located or how to grab it. The most important piece here is historical demand. we're looking for that to be in daily buckets. A year's worth of demand history is ideal. We can talk more about this in a second. And then we've been awarded several patents due to our extremely high accuracy, and this is how we tame the chaos with these types of following results. The ability to safely carry less inventory, period. A minimum of a 5 to 10% drop in pockets of overbuffered inventory will be realized, although our average is quite high at 21% in aggregate. And at the same time, we're able to identify, mitigate, and resolve for all future shortages and stockouts. We always protect existing service levels and can show you what increased service levels might look like through what if side-by-side comparisons. There's no costly expedites, so there's money saved there. Save time, redirect to other higher priority projects clients report because there's a huge reduction in planning cycle time, so less time in spreadsheets. There's more time in that strategic proactivity through what ifs versus the costly hair on fire reactionary mode. Sometimes 1,000x returns, very common. There's a huge improvement in forecast accuracy. And then due to the decrease in inventory spend, there is less working capital on the shelf, freed up, turned into cash while driving profit margins upwards. And organizations can start for as little as $300 per month, and it can go up from there if you want to add more SKUs. So that is the overview. And now we're going to hop on and we're going to take a look at Reacts with our client base. So before I jump onto here, I want to be very, very clear that RSI does three things, and we do three things very, very well. And that is, we show our clients exactly how much to carry in each location. We tell them exactly when to reorder, and we tell them the exact right SKU mix to reorder. Those are the three core principles of RSI. Everything else that you see here on our platform is as a result of new releases and adding over 50 extra layers that have been a request here. This all goes into an Excel.csv file, and we can talk about this in a deeper dive meeting if you request it in a follow-up meeting. But we don't want to spend too many details on this, but this goes into an Excel.csv file. Clients go to engine.rightsizeinventory.com. They upload that file information, and then it drops them onto our dashboard. We give everyone a secure username and password, and there can be as many users as you wish on our platform. We do not charge per seat. We charge by inventory item that's on the platform. Now, we can dashboard. It is meant to provide a
I think the benefits that the tool provides. And I've got two questions, if I may. The first question is, how does your in ERP or MRP or forecasting solutions already within the companies? And then the second one is, what is the percentage accuracy of the predictions that are produced by the solution?
Good question. Thank you, Gerald. So with regards to MRP, ERP systems, we are an enhancement or an upgrade to what they're currently providing for replenishment values. So important to note that there is nothing new here. You and your team are already placing orders for replenishment to suppliers. So there's nothing new. There's no disruption. There's no replacement of anything. We're just telling the buyers and the planners exactly how much of the right SKU mix to reorder and exactly when to reorder to ensure inventory optimization. Those are the secret sauces to inventory optimization when you really think of it. In regards to accuracy, we've been awarded several patents due to our extremely RSI provides are never wrong. The simulations are run to over 2,000 times to test a desired target service level. The thing that might be inaccurate is if we have some wrong data on the input side, data garbage in, garbage out. So our job is to focus in on the accuracy and scrub the data together in collaboration to ensure that the data is accurately reflecting real world behavior. And therefore, in the future, will be 100% accurate. Everyone, this is Kevin Kuntz, our Chief of Operations for Right Size Inventory. So just sure, Kevin, go ahead, jump in.
Sure. Yeah, great question, Gerald. And I just want to that we are a web-based as a bolt-on or a snap-on to any existing ERP system. So we drive supply chain activity. So that's how we're able to work with both. But great question, and I just wanted to add in on that. So thanks, Chris.
The Godson, Sycad is asking what is the expected timeline for the proof of concept. So if
the question.
He was interested. Yeah, good.
Free trials. There's no cost to an organization to do this. And this typically takes the client needs to evaluate the system and the business case, but it's really only limited by how fast or how slow a client can get us the required data. And we go over that data requirements in a more deeper dive meeting. And Harold's going to provide information on that proof of concept. And we can get you results back in, well, the record is a couple of hours, but that's more the exception and not the rule. But most clients take a couple of days to a couple of weeks to do it, up to them. The nice thing about the trial is that it gives the client really the opportunity to see their improvements in inventory positions and many other actionable items as well, as you saw here today. And very often the positive cash flow and results from a test pilot can finance a full license due to our low cost position. So that's something that folks may want to consider. Harold, did you put the link into the chat for everyone?
The link for
the deeper dive or the...
Yeah, I'm about to share the screen now for those who maybe we need to copy that and put it in the chat as well.
Do you want me to make you the presenter? I think I still have to do that, even though you're an organizer.
Yes.
You have your screen up? Okay, here you go. All right. Should have it now.
Okay.
So if an organization wants to do a deeper dive and look at specific applications of our tool as it relates specifically to your organization, we can do a deeper dive meeting and look into exploring free trial opportunities. That can be set up through Harold and SpareWorks, and there's information that you can sign up and register for that. Harold, we're just seeing your screen on. I think we're seeing.
Just want to make sure you're seeing what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, sure, screen.
Good.
There we go.
And so the link is here. I think I need to copy this and put it in the chat so people can take that. Sorry, I just clicked it on it. Godson, can someone help me? Okay, good. Yeah, it's there now. So it's in the chat, the link where you can register to speak to a consultant and have discussions going forward about having a pilot or a proof of concept for your organization at no cost. If the investment makes sense, look at an opportunity to seek approval for this.
Thank you, Harold. That's perfect. If anyone else has questions, feel free to join the conversation or type in the chat box.
Okay. I don't think there's anyone coming up with a question, but with the link, we will be reachable. We'll be available for further questions, further discussions. We will also share this presentation so you can look at the slides. Okay, there's a question. How long does it? Okay, Chris.
Appreciate the SpareWorks, Godson, Harold, and the entire team there. We're really excited to make inroads into the markets, and we want to bring all of you in the future. Thank you, everyone, and thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Kevin. Godson, are you contributing anything, or do we round up at this point? Okay, it's probably not there. So, thank you, everyone. Thanks for your time. Thanks for the attention. Sorry for the inconveniences about dialing in and downloading GoToMeeting. You can see you have an additional app now on your phone for conference calls like this. Thanks for your time. We look forward to engaging further with you to discuss the potentials of this tool and how it can help you discuss the potentials of this tool and how it can help you deliver on your company objectives. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.
Bye-bye.